Hey guys, Richard from the Poke family here again. Time for Cobalion? I watched a pronunciation video for this earlier today to try and figure out how to say this thing. It's not Cobalion, is it? It's Cobalion? Something like that anyway. But it's raid hour, guys. I'm hunting. Doesn't look like we're going to get a weather boost on this. I've got a team set up. This will be my first Cobalion. I don't know how to say it. Give me a phonetic down below if you know how to say this Pokemon's name. But this is going to be my first one. It's going to be my first catch. Hopefully you're going to see the Pokédex entry. It's going to be great. I can't wait. Just checking a few Pokemon while I wait this 1 minute and then Snover doesn't have a shiny. While we wait this 1 hour, 1 minute and 30 seconds. Let's have a look at this, what we've got here. I know that Meowth has been put in with a shadow form as a shiny. I wonder if regular Meowth has been caught as a shiny. Who knows? A Alolan Geodude, not a shiny. Whoops. Let me just move that over so I can click my runaway button. I've got a ring light that I put on the top of my camera, on my phone should I say, while I'm doing live streaming on the channel, and it kind of gets in the way a bit, but it means that you guys can see me, so that's good. I have to be careful about where I'm putting my feet though, because sometimes walking about with this thing in my face makes it difficult to see where I'm going. 37 seconds. Now I'm hoping that people are coming because it's a lot quieter than usual. The weather's not great. It's not pouring with rain, but it is drizzling a little bit. I am outside. Amanda's with the baby. She's decided to give this one a miss because the baby's not great. So he's a little bit unwell. He's got a little cough and she doesn't want to drive around with him in the seat. She's just going to sit and cuddle him and, you know, be a mum, really. Whoop. Oh, loads of people here. Ready to go. Loads of people. I expected more people at the top. Didn't get that. Here we go. Let's get the animation and get in the lobby. Let's do this thing. Let me see, who have I got? Recommend a battle party. Whoops. There we go, there's my team. Who have I got in this? We've got Joe there, that's Icewolf622. We've got Amy. Just looking at who I could go lucky friends with. I think it's just those two. 20 people in the raid, so hopefully this thing will go down pretty quickly. I know that there are only a few raids on. Some of the gyms have been taken up by other raid eggs. Unfortunately, the EX raid gym, which is in the town centre, we only have one in our town centre. In our biggest local park, there's like 5 all in that park, but here there's only one. And it's got an egg on it, which is unfortunate. I really don't like it when that happens. I really don't. I really dislike it when what's this? Somebody said what is the raid for today at 67? I've been trying to say this Pokemon's name. Cobalion? I don't know how to say it. I watched a pronunciation video on YouTube before I came out for this thing and practiced and felt like I got it, but I haven't. It's the leader of the Swords of Justice from Generation 5. That's what's on. No shinies, so it's just, you know, hunting a decent IV one. So that's what's happening today. Let's do this thing. Let's see how quickly this goes down with 20 people. Just be careful about where I'm putting my feet. Oh no. I've decided that I'm cracking out the fire type Pokemon. I don't often get to do it. I don't have that many. I've got a 98 Blaziken maxed out and 2 Hundo Flareons maxed out. I've been hunting a decent Moltres through lucky trades and not managed to get one yet. I never did get a decent Entei, so no legendaries in my squad. And then after these, we're on to the old Machamps. So let's have a look. There we go. Defeated. Golden Raspberry. 6. No rare candies at all. 13 balls. 1706. Just check my numbers here. 1727 would be perfect. I wrote them down on my hand. Excuse me guys, just put my glove back on. Wrote them down on my hand. So 1726 is perfect. Given this is my first one in raid hour, we're on the Golden Raspberries. I used to use regular peanut berries a lot during raid hour, but it slows things down. And sometimes I was like on the cusp of missing raids and I didn't want to do that, so I'm going on the Golden Raspberries, hopefully for a faster catch. Not a catch. Let's get this thing done. Come on, let's go for an excellent throw. Wait for an attack and go for an excellent throw. Using the old technique. There we go. Excellent throw. Not even a shake. Not even a shake. Come on. There we go. Excellent throw. This is my technique that I use. Dude, I wait, set my ring, wait for an attack rather than a jump. So a jump, you can't kind of measure the distance. The attack, an attack, they stay in place. So that's why I wait for an attack. I don't always do that, it depends on time and etc. But as you can see, it works okay for me. Not a catch. Hey James. Yeah, I haven't done any. This is my first one. I know that it's not great. It's not particularly useful. It might see some use in PvP. Normally the more defense heavy ones do, but you know, I'm not in a huge rush to collect hundreds of these. Or maybe not even this one by the looks of things. Things are not going too great. Don't just stand there. How would you say this Pokemon, James? Is it Cobalion? Cobalion. I don't know how you say it. Right, the group's on the move. There you go. In it goes. You guys will get to see the Pokédex entry. There we go. Into the Pokédex it goes. There's the IVs. What's that? That's 93%, but with 13 attack. I mean, it sits at 1706, which means straight out of the bag you can't use it in a Great League encounter or a Great League battle. So maybe if you, I don't know how low it will go if you trade it and it goes down really low. I haven't looked at that, but if it would drop below 1500, it could be okay. Theoretically, it could be okay in the Great League. I've not done any great amount of research on that. Whoops. Well, What we got? That's awesome, Jimmy. The best I got was a 96% dark ray, or dark rye. It's crazy how Pokemon are pronounced. I know that it's different for everyone. There are loads of people in Barnsley. There's still an ongoing conversation on how you pronounce Rayquaza. Is it Rayquaza or Rayquaza? So we're all crossing the road now. That's why I went quiet. Checking the old roads. Normally we would be going to this gym next, but as you can see, it's a Shinx. I mean, it's possible that a legendary egg will spawn on it once the Shinx despawns, but by that time we've moved on to a different part of town, and given the fact that you've only got an hour, sometimes it's just impossible to go back. So I think it looked like, from looking in our local chats, that there were like 6 available, which I'm okay with. Like I was saying, it's not that great a Pokemon by the looks. What's this? The Egg Pass only for Shadow Ball Mewtwo. Well, they've not announced it yet, as far as I'm aware, when Shadow Ball Mewtwo will be leaving and Regigigas will be joining. Just later in November, they said, for Regigigas. I've got an EX Raid Pass for the 11th, and if I'm honest, I'm hoping that it's still Shadow Ball Mewtwo. I don't have a shiny Shadow Ball Mewtwo. I mean, obviously the chances are not magnificent, but it will be my It will be my 3rd attempt. So, and I've already got Regigigas. I suppose it's a bit selfish of me to want it to be still Shadow Ball Mewtwo, but that's what I want, basically.
Rich.
Hello.
First raid. That was literally, this is my first Cobalion raid since it's come out.
But same. I got my Pokédex entry just there. It's a dex filler, isn't it?
Yeah,
it's not great. It's not great, is it? Let's be honest.
Just saying, as someone who's never really played Gen 5, all the legendaries look weird. Because I never encountered them, so I was like...
It's a goat, isn't it? It's just a goat.
I shall refrain from talking about leaks on your live.
Oh.
You shall refrain from talking about leaks around you.
I engaged in some leaky behaviour because I was so tired. I didn't have a filter, and I was just super excited and started putting stuff all over the place, which was a bit wrong. Right, let's get in this raid. Let's get this party healed up. It's not fully healed, is it? There we go. We are ready to go. There isn't so many in this raid. I do get the feeling that there will be a sharp decline in the number of people. I reckon people have just turned up to use their orange raid passes, or at least some of them will have just turned up to do that, and then they'll be off home. It's cold, it's wet, and the Pokemon's not great. Not to mention it's dark. So you always seem to get, I found as well, when you're playing Pokemon Go in the dark and there's a group of you doing raids or whatever, like right now we're stood in a town centre, you get weirder looks in the dark. People look at you stranger. I don't really understand it. Maybe it's just people feel a little bit more on edge at night time, so when they see people doing something that they don't understand, they feel a bit more like, whoa, what are these people doing? But we're just playing a game, guys. We're just playing a game outside with our friends. That's all it is, you know. And they like just now, a lady gave me a strange look. I mean, admittedly, I do look a bit weirder than the other people because I've got a big ring light on my phone. I'm shining it at my face and I'm talking to my phone like it's a person. But still, people do that these days. You know, they're on video calls and all kinds of stuff while they're walking around. It's not a new idea. I suppose it's a more present idea than most are willing to accept, but still, stranger looks. I forgot to change my quick move on this to counter. Counter would have been way better than fire spin. I've got loads and loads and loads of quick TMs as well. Yeah, this one seems to be going down a little bit slower. Hey, a chandelier in here, that's awesome. I've traded all my lit wicks away, attempting to get decent ones. Perhaps I should have been a bit more patient and done it on a lucky trade, but I've traded them all away. I don't even have one to put on as a buddy at the moment. Maybe I'm thinking that I was a little bit hasty with that. I should probably get someone to trade me one at least. It isn't, James. I've done a few rocket stops and I've had no mysterious components at all, which is a shame because I'm chomping at the bit to make a video about that. I want to try and get all the leader encounters on a video, on an edited video for you guys to see. It is a bit frustrating that they're kind of doing it in waves, I suppose, but I would rather that they test their product rather than putting it out to the masses. I think that they've been hit hard enough with people responding negatively. 3 rare candies. 3 this time. Even poorer IVs. And it is difficult because unlike other MMO style games, they don't have any server downtime, so it's difficult for Niantic to do any kind of testing whatsoever on the product that they're going to put out, which I can imagine would be quite frustrating for a developer to not be able to do a beta or an alpha test on any part of the product. Oh man, I am throwing so poorly today. What was that, James? So if you were there, I haven't seen any reports, James, from London and all the San Francisco and all the various places where it is actually live. I haven't seen anybody saying it's not working. So in that respect, I would expect a rollout very soon. If this is a test rather than a limited release, why they would do a limited release, I have got no idea. It wouldn't help their product at all, but testing something before they give it to the masses is an intelligent move, in my opinion. And given the fact that I haven't seen anything that says that something is wrong with the product, something is wrong with this Team Go Rocket leader thing, it needs to be out now. It needs to be out to the masses. Everyone knows it exists. The beauty of Twitter and like the global impact of the internet is that you've got a massive platform with which to advertise cheaply and quickly, and people will advertise for you. People like me. I'm sure that regular players out there that don't stream and make videos and stuff like that retweet stuff on Twitter, or copy it onto their Facebook pages, or copy it onto group Facebook pages. So it's great for advertising, but it also means that information spreads like wildfire. We all know that this thing is out there. Like, I could get in a car and drive to London and be able to do this, but that's 3+ hours away, which it's not really doable at the drop of a hat, really. It should be out, basically. If it works, they should just put it out. Maybe they will at 1 PM PDT today. Shiny check, not a shiny. What was that, James? It hurts me seeing that people are getting multiple Unova stones and I have none. Yeah, I've got one, and essentially I paid for that because I did the Regigigas event. On the surface, I thought the Regigigas event looked like a quality product, and it was okay. Wasn't bad. The whole giving you all the raid passes and everything felt incredibly unorganised. For me, at least, trying to make a product with a video, I could understand groups of people wanting to get out and use their raid passes because they were orange raid passes. But for me, I needed to kind of slow it down a bit to complete the quest line so I could film it and you guys could see what was going on. And it was difficult. What's this? Used it on Litwick. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad call. I mean, Chandelure is an awesome Pokemon. I mean, it's one of the better ones that's come out of Gen 5 so far. Not that there isn't other good stuff to come. There is, but yeah, it's a good choice. But I agree with you. It's painful knowing that other people have got it, but also, if this is a test and there are other issues that we aren't seeing, I mean, it must be easier to control with a small amount of people having access to it, and it must be easier to decipher the information that's coming back through the servers by having a smaller amount of people. Nothing seems to be wrong, does it, guys? It seems to be working fine. So they need to roll it out, otherwise they're going to have a disgruntled community. And it is very easy for our community to become disgruntled, let's be honest. People get upset over relatively minor things. What's this? I think overall, I think basically what's happening here is I'm whining a bit, which isn't something that I normally do, because it didn't fit making a video for me that easily, because people want to use their raid passes and try to get shinies while the game was good. But that's great, but the time that I had to catch steel types and evolve steel types meant that I got out of step with those people, and we had to kind of struggle to get through using the raid passes that we had. So overall, if I was just running around with the guys, I reckon it would have probably been awesome, to be honest. But the weather was miserable here as well, and I don't think that helped my opinion of it. And obviously that's nothing to do with Niantic. So, I mean, the weather is better now, and it's not nice. It's very drizzly. I expect that Evans will open at any second. So, I think overall, definitely a positive. But it was difficult to film. I think in the future, what me and Amanda need to do is try and make sure that we have a group of people with us who are willing to do it at our pace. And I'm pretty sure that because the community is brilliant, so I'm pretty sure that people will be willing to do that. We just didn't do that ahead of time because we didn't know what to expect, basically. So I'm just being a grumpy old man, if I'm honest. Grumping it, which isn't usually like me, but I found that I struggled to keep like optimistic about it. I hope I came across on the video okay. I really do, because it wasn't an easy day for me. Because overall, I think it was great. I mean, the way that they delivered the Reggie shinies, the Titans, a masterstroke, a real masterstroke, because they weren't ever going to like sell any raid passes by giving us the Reggies for a month at a time. Wasn't going to happen. Nobody wanted them. 3 rare candies again. You know, I mean, I know that Registeel has a place in Great League, but let's be honest. The majority of Pokemon Go players don't focus on PvP. It's a minority. Not that the PvP is a bad thing. I like it. I think it's great. But, you know, it's not what the majority of the players are doing. I think it's getting more traction and more people are doing it, if I'm honest. But there we go. There's an excellent throw. Oh, well, thanks, James. I'm glad of that, because, like I said, I didn't exactly find the experience to be easy, but I don't know, I felt out of control because I didn't have the information. It was the first one and I felt unprepared. There was no way that I could prepare for it. I just had to roll with what was happening. And I've never felt as jealous of the huge Pogo YouTubers that get information from Niantic. Normally that stuff doesn't bother me. Their product is different to mine. It's not what the Poke family does, really. They are already doing that. We just try to deliver gameplay and fun videos. But at that time I was like, man, if Niantic had just told me what was going to happen, I would have, I mean, I know that the information came out and we knew what the quest lines were, and we knew that there were going to be Reggies, but for some reason I didn't make the connection that people would just jump from raid to raid. I thought that people might actually try and complete the quest at a steady pace, and I don't know why I thought that, if I'm honest. No idea. It's a crazy thought. Terrible throws again. People are moving on, so I'm moving on. Come on. I still don't know how to say this Pokemon's name. Cobalion? Cobalion. I think it's Cobalion. There we go. In it goes. This is the best IV one that I've had so far. Let's have a look at it. Oh, well, it was the best CP one. I suppose the other one, because it lost attack stat, brought its CP down, but that looks like 89%. Shiny check. Not a shiny anymore. There is. There's a Swablu, if I can click it. Not a shiny. Whoops. I would say Leon and Lion. But I always struggle with Pokemon name pronunciations. I find it difficult. I don't know. And I watch I try and watch pronunciation videos before I come live and all that kind of stuff, or before I make a video, and I still can't remember how they say it. I think it's probably because it's naturally a Japanese like way of talking. I don't know. So obviously influenced by like Asian culture, which is part of the allure for me, if I'm honest. Okay. That's what I thought. My first way of saying it was Cobalion. I think that's right. There's only 5 players in this lobby, which is worrying me a little, but we'll give it a go. We should be able to manage. We should be able to manage. Let's see where we can get a better IV one. I was speaking to a friend in the community here. His name's Ian Ronner, and we share a similar opinion regarding what's happening with raids at the moment. When raiding first started, way back when, and we had, you know, the legendary birds coming into play, everyone was like really eager to get out there and do it. She's in the car with Benjamin. He's not been very well recently, so she decided to just drop me off and go and sit in the car with the heater on, giving him cuddles and giving him milk, and give this one a miss this week because the baby's not been feeling great. We've all had a really quite bad cough, and we think that it's set his eczema off. Amanda has eczema, and she's passed it on to all her children in a limited fashion. It's not as bad, but he's been hit quite badly since the cough hit. His eczema's got quite bad, and he's just not really old enough to be like kind of medicated properly. His little body's not ready to take anything on, so he's just spending a lot of time either in the sling with me getting big daddy cuddles, or with his mum getting lots of milk, because obviously she will be building antibodies in her body to whatever we've had and passing them on to him, which will help him get better quicker, hopefully. So that's what she's doing at the moment. Yeah, back to what I was saying, myself and Ian Ronner, we've got this opinion, and I'm sure other people do as well. It's just the first kind of person I spoke to about it. People are not in a rush. When a Pokemon first comes out these days, they're not in a rush. I don't think they've ever released a legendary for the first time with a shiny. And people know that they will be back with shinies, and sometimes even with better movesets than what they had originally. And moves are vitally important in Pokemon Go. So people are less inclined to rush out and do these raids the first time around. Some people will. I will. I enjoy it. But the community's becoming a bit more reluctant at dropping those green raid passes, at least where we are. They're just being a bit more like, you know what, I'll wait until it comes around again, and they'll have a shiny, and I'll just catch one. I'll use my orange raid pass, I'll catch 1 or 2, and then I'll wait until next time, which, to be honest, it's fairly smart. I think that perhaps Niantic need to alter their game plan. Hey, my team's been defeated. That's because there was only a few of us. Straight back in. I can see a Mr. Mime. Who's using a Mr. Mime? I don't actually know whether we'll defeat this. Maybe I missed the big lobby, I don't know. But it seems like the DPS has really slowed down. People are moving on. I'm trying to move on with them. I don't want to stray too far away from the gym. So I might have missed the big... I just want to get this Pokemon down, and then I'm going to machine gun catch in between here and the next gym. If I can actually defeat this Pokemon. It seems like it's just me. There we go. Hopefully. Ooh. 6 rare candy. Yay. 12 balls. Let's machine gun throw. Try and catch up with the main group. So if I get left behind, I won't be able to do any more raids. It'll be impossible. So right throw. Oh, I would have appreciated a catch there. Cobalion. I think the Pokemon community is going a bit crazy. I can hear insane cackles. Whoops. There we go, there's an excellent throw. No. 6 balls left. My finger keeps slipping a bit. It's just ever so slightly wet. Four balls.
Let's go shiny monkey.
Yeah! Amy in with a shiny monkey. Family show this, Gary. Thank you very much.
That appraisal. Oh dear.
That kind of reminds me of my shiny shiny Gyarados. It's got 15 attack, 14 defense, 0 hit points. Oh, off it goes. We have a runner. No. Any shinies here? Let's see if I get the same one. No. Not a shiny. I've not seen any reports that regular like Meowth in the wild, but I'm going to click them anyway.
Just in case.
Yeah.
The shiny's not that much different though, is it? It's one of those where you have to put a squint at it.
So which one's next? Are we doing Courthouse next?
I think so.
So it's got 30 odd seconds left on it, hasn't it? Not a shiny. Just keeping my eye open, guys, on where people are stopping. I know people keep to be strolling right on by.
Wild Blaziken, but it looks as good turning. These bags, from that sample. That looks to be that.
There we go, the lobby's open.
Rich.
Yeah.
I think I'm done with Cobalion. I'm done.
Joe in with a hundo.
Trade. It was traded.
What it?
Yeah. We just thought, oh, we should re-roll to same CP was, but we should re-roll for laughs, see what happens. Popped up, I'm like, okay, I'm done. I've got a 98 and then I've got a 100 Cobalion. Verizon, please.
So lucky. There we go, I'm in with the bigger group this time. Hopefully. I don't have to mess about so much like last time, rushing around. So yeah, that's kind of the opinion, guys. I know there was a bit of a gap in the talking then, I'm sorry about that. But that's my opinion. People are not raiding as hard when a Pokemon first gets released, because it simply doesn't make any sense. And I think Niantic need to grab hold of that and do something with it, because I'm almost certain that they see a drop in raid pass sales when they release new Pokemon into raids. It doesn't make any sense to rush out and do them. I mean, we already know that they're eking it out a bit. They haven't released unique moves on legendary Pokemon so much yet, so I can see that will be on the horizon. So that will be another round of raid passes to get those. People are starting to catch on a little bit and being a bit more patient about where they're dropping their raid passes. So, and I don't blame them. I think it's a smart move. Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry about that white blinging. Let me have a look. Is it going? That's awesome. 96 IV shiny Mewtwo. Sorry about that. I was concentrating on catching up with the raid group because I seem to have got a little bit behind, and I was in a lobby that didn't have a lot of people in it, and it took a long time to take the last boss down, so I had to kind of catch up. Otherwise I would have had to stop raiding, and I don't want to do that. I want to do the full hour. I think last week I dropped off about 10-15 minutes earlier. So, James, fine with a 3 week, fine with a 3 week break after how busy raids have been the last 3 months. Yeah. I get you. Like I said, I got my Pokédex entry on this today, and the reason why myself and Amanda come out and do this, the older boys go to their biological dads on a Wednesday. So it gives us a good opportunity to go out and actually do some raiding in Pokemon Go, and there are solid raids, so we love it, and it just makes sense for us to stream it on our channel. So, and we love that too. So, oh my god, 1671. Poor. They're not even giving me rare candies, guys. It's not even happening. No rare candies. Well, a few rare candies. Let's get this one caught. Quick, smart. Excellent throw. Come on, I want a first ball, not a first ball catch. I mean, falling behind a bit as well made me throw quite a lot faster on my last one, which was it was at least the highest CP one that I'd seen so far, and it ran. So this is why I've started using golden raspberries. I don't want to fall behind the group so much. In it goes. Let's have a look at the IVs on this one. This one is gonna be bad. 11, 12, 12. Oh my gosh. Oh my good gosh. Right, let's get some stuff healed up. just hang around, see whether the group's going to move on to the next one. There's always a chance that they will just stop. I know people that it's gradually dropped off as the raid hour's gone on. Less people are interested. But hopefully they move on. Because I want to do more raids. How many actual rare candies? This is where I'm dumping my rare candies at the moment. So how many have I got?
I'll see you when I see you.
Two more. Two more and I can max that. Yeah, it looks like we're moving on to do another one at least. So yeah. What's this? Nope, it's not dropped in our city. We could travel to London to do it, but I really don't think that it's gonna be too long before it drops here. I really don't want to have a conversation with Amanda where I try and convince her to drive me to London. If I'm honest, guys, I don't think they're going to do any more by the looks of things. The group's separating. So let me just shiny check these. And I think that's where I'm going to end the stream today. Unfortunately, the draw just isn't big enough to keep people going on this Pokemon. The group's all separated. There are hardly any people heading towards the next raid. What's this? I have a shiny Shuckle. I've got a shiny Shuckle too. That's awesome. I'm thinking it'll be worldwide by the weekend. I think so too. I definitely think that it will drop soon. So the sooner the better. I think that it should drop tonight at 9 p.m. here in the UK, 1 p.m. PDT. Because I haven't seen a single report on Twitter or on Reddit saying this thing's not working, that it's working. So, okay, James. Right, guys. See you guys in the next video.